This is a story about a woman who used charm as a weapon and a web of lies as her shield. It's a journey into the twisted psychology of a mastermind, a person who could convince others to do the unthinkable. Stay with us because the truth behind Mitch Kemp's disappearance is far more chilling than you could ever imagine. And if you're fascinated by the dark side of human behavior, hit that subscribe button right now so you don't miss our next case. On the surface, Tausha Fields was the kind of woman people noticed. Charismatic, beautiful, a smile that could pull you in. But behind it was a trail of broken relationships. By 30, she had already married 5 men. Each story ended the same way. Intense beginnings, followed by control, chaos, and a dramatic collapse. One of those men was Mitch Kemp. Their marriage lasted just 8 months, but in that time, they had a baby girl, Lexi. To Mitch, fatherhood meant everything. Even after the divorce, he fought to remain in his daughter's life. But that devotion, the thing that made him a good man, was the very thing Tausha would weaponize against him. August 2004. Mitch told his brother he was going to see Lexi. It was a routine visit, nothing unusual. But it would be the last time anyone saw him alive. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. Mitch Kemp, father, brother, son, had disappeared without a trace. The police had nothing. The case went cold. Years later, it wasn't detectives who reignited suspicion. It was an ex-boyfriend of Tausha's, Dwayne Barentine. Digging into her past, he discovered her trail of marriages, the whispers of manipulation, and the haunting fact that one ex-husband had simply vanished. Barentine went to the police with a chilling theory. Tausha hadn't just moved on. She had buried the past. In 2008, detectives reopened the case. When questioned, Tausha broke under pressure. She blamed her husband, Gregory Morton, claiming he killed Mitch out of jealousy. But the truth was darker. 3 weeks later, Gregory confessed. Yes, he had pulled the trigger. But he claimed Tausha had spun a lie, that Mitch had raped her. She told him, "You've got to do something about this." Blinded by devotion, Gregory believed her. He shot Mitch 6 times, buried him in a shallow grave, and carried the secret for years. This wasn't passion. It was psychological warfare. A web of lies designed to make someone else kill for her. By 2010, the trial began. Gregory Morton took a plea deal for second-degree murder and testified against Tausha. The prosecution painted the picture. Tausha was the puppeteer. Gregory, the puppet. The defense pushed back. They claimed Gregory acted alone and that he was lying to save himself. Even now, Tausha insists she's the real victim, but the jury saw through her. They convicted Tausha Fields of first-degree murder, life in prison, no chance of parole. Gregory received a lighter sentence for cooperating. But the verdict carried a chilling message. You don't need to pull the trigger to be a killer. How does someone convince another person to kill? Psychologists point to a dangerous cocktail of traits: narcissism, manipulation, a total lack of empathy. Tausha Fields wasn't violent in the physical sense. She was violent in the psychological sense. She built emotional traps, spun lies, and created false threats until her partner became her weapon. This wasn't love. It was domination, a textbook case of coercive control. She allegedly used a fabricated rape story to push Gregory over the edge. For him, it was about protecting her. For her, it was about eliminating an obstacle. This is the essence of psychological warfare. Not bullets, but words. Not fists, but fear. In the end, Mitch Kemp was found. His family had answers, but no true peace. Because the truth of his death didn't lie in the grave. It lay in the manipulation of a woman who never touched the weapon. This case reminds us, danger doesn't always come with a gun in hand. Sometimes it comes with a smile, a story, a lie. The most dangerous killers aren't the ones who pull the trigger. They're the ones who convince someone else to do it. Thank you for watching. If you want to keep exploring the psychology of crime and manipulation, subscribe to Mind Trace Crime. Because sometimes the scariest weapon is the human mind itself.